Hi, here's the trading guide with a scalping strategy on the 5 minutes chart on US 30. Before we come to some example trades, let me explain the rules of the strategy. In almost strategies, market structure is king. We have to see the current trend. For this I use the indicator higher high lower low strategy. The link is in the description. Then I use my 4 EMA trend indicator to add the 8, 20 and 50 EMAs to the chart, and they have to be aligned to verify a clean trend. Then I want to see a break of structure. A candle has to break a high or a low. After that, we wait for a pullback. The EMAs have to squeeze, but they have to hold. And at the point of the entry, Stochastics RSI has to be oversold or overbought, depending on the direction of the trade, short or long. Then we use another indicator that is also built into the 4 EMA trend. It is the so-called ATR or volatility stop. With this you can define the size of your stop loss and you see if you have support or resistance when you want to enter the trade. But let's have a look at an example which makes it easier to understand. Okay, here we go. US 30, Dow Jones Industrial Average Index 5 minutes chart. And we have 3 EMAs here, 3 exponential moving averages, the 8, the 20 and the 50. And we are in an uptrend. You see we have higher lows, the green lines, and higher highs, the red lines. Then price makes a strong move to the upside, then pull back to the 8 EMA, and again break of structure with this big green candle. Okay, and now I'm waiting for price to come down, waiting for the pullback. And when this happens, I also want to see my Stochastics RSI to come down to an oversold area below 30. And this will be my potential entry. Okay, so let's have a look at the indicator settings. First, the higher high, lower low strategy. These are the default settings. But on the style tab, I just enable the lines. Alright, now the next one is the 4 EMA trend, my own indicator. I set the EMAs to 8, 20 and 50. I don't display the 200 in this strategy. And the ATR multiplier is set to 1.5 and the length to 10. I come back to this in a moment. On the style tab I enabled the 3 EMAs, 8, 20 and 50, and I also enabled the ATR stop that displays these dots. They can be used for two things. First, we see when they are green that we have support for the buying side, and for selling we see that we have resistance when the dots are red. There's less volatility when the dots are closer to the bars, and this means we can set our stop loss more tight. I like to set the stop loss a little bit below or above the dots, depending on the direction. Okay, so let's have a look at an example. As I said, I wait for the pullback, for price to come down, and also for the Stochastics RSI to come down. I'm in replay mode, and we can go step by step through the trade. Price is coming down. The Stochastics is oversold already. Very nice, price seems to respect the 8 EMA. All EMAs have the same direction. And we have a small stop loss because you see the green dots show us support, but they are pretty close to the candles. So this is a nice entry. I set the stop loss just a tiny bit below the green dot. And the first take profit to a previous high that you find when you look to the left side in the chart. So this trade has a risk to reward of 1 to 1.7. Which is not bad. You can just take the money when the take profit is hit. So I play out the trade here in replay. So you see at this point we already won the trade, but the Stochastics is still, well, it has more room to the upside, okay? So what you could do is to stay in the trade till the Stochastics is overbought. It's not part of the strategy, it's just a tip. Now the candles become smaller. We notice an exhaustion of the move to the upside, but there's still no crossing in the Stochastics, so I wait one more candle. And this is a doji. The Stochastics are crossing now, so for me a good sign to close the trade. Now let's have a look at the risk to reward. It is 1 to 3.4. So when you are risking here 2 lots, which is around $100, then you earned over 300. Pretty good. Okay, and of course the same can be done for going short. Again, same chart, US 30, 5 minutes. And now we have lower lows and lower highs, we are in a downtrend. And now we wait for this low to break. What happens here? A clear break of structure, and again I wait for the pullback. And price is going up. Stochastics as well coming into the overbought area above 70. And now Stochastics is overlapping. Wait for price to come below again the 20 and the 8 EMA. And also the Stochastics has to cross to the downside, which happens now. Also the RSI is coming below the 50 and we have this nice price action, this bearish engulfing candle below the 8 and the 20 EMA, and this is my entry. The ATR dot is red, another indication that we are going down. I set the stop loss a tiny bit above the dot and the take profit to the previous low. Okay, so let's play out the trade and you see we won this pretty fast. This is an A trade for me. We have over 3 confirmations, a pretty sure thing, but of course there's never a guarantee that you will win the trade. Again we can see the move exhausting, so we can close the trade at this point. In the next video I will show you how to use multiple time frames to hold your trades longer and to maximize your profits. That's it for this tutorial. I really hope you liked it. If you do, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to the Trading Guide. If you have any questions, then add these here to the comments below. Follow me on Twitter. The links to my TradingView indicators are added to the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one here on the Trading Guide.